Hey everyone, I'm sure everybody's seen the news about GPT-4o, and I was just going to go over this video and I was going to show off a little script that I was working on in order to actually have be able to chat with these AI models and also be able to chat with a local AI model. And since GPT-4o came out today, I figured, you know what, I might as well use GPT-4o for the video and see what its responses are. So I'm going to ask it a few questions about this, basically this live conference they had where OpenAI revealed GPT-4o, and we'll just kind of see what kind of responses we get back from it. I was thinking that might be a fun little video to do, and I'm going to go ahead and start playing the video now so I don't take up too much of your time.
Hi everyone, thank you. It's great to have you here today. Today I'm going to talk about 3 things. That's it. We will start with why it's so important to us to have a product that we can make freely available and broadly available to everyone. And we're always trying to find out ways to reduce friction so everyone can use ChatGPT wherever they are. So today, we'll be releasing the desktop version of ChatGPT and the refreshed UI that makes it simpler to use, much more natural as well. But the big news today is that we are launching our new flagship model, and we are calling it GPT-4o. The special thing about GPT-4o is that it brings GPT-4 level intelligence to everyone, including our free users. We'll be showing some live demos today to show the full extent of the capabilities of our new model, and we'll be rolling them out iteratively over the next few weeks.
So I think that's a pretty big jump where they're actually giving GPT-4 capabilities to even the free users of ChatGPT, and that's a huge step, basically, and it's going to make it easier for anybody to use GPT-4, especially when you can communicate with it just using your voice. So, you know, there's going to be more average people actually using this AI, and you're going to see it pretty much everywhere. It's going to be on everybody's phones, everybody's devices, and it's going to be available to pretty much anybody who needs it. And since it's running through an API, they don't really have to worry about running the model off of their device. So let's ask GPT-4o what it thinks about this. GPT-4, what do you think about the future of technology, and do you think that everyone will have AI running on their desktop systems soon?
The future of technology, particularly in the realm of artificial intelligence, holds incredible promise. Here are some thoughts on the future trends and the potential for AI to become ubiquitous on desktop systems. Future of technology. 1. AI integration. That enhanced personal assistance. AI will become more deeply integrated into daily life through advanced personal assistants that can manage tasks, provide personalized recommendations, and even anticipate user needs. The healthcare AI will revolutionize healthcare with improved diagnostic tools, personalized treatment plans, and real-time health monitoring. The autonomous systems. The development of autonomous vehicles, drones, and robots will transform industries like transportation, logistics, and manufacturing. E-education AI will offer personalized learning experiences, adapting to individual students' needs and learning styles, thus enhancing educational outcomes. 2. The Internet of Things. IoTech. The proliferation of IoT devices will lead to smarter homes, cities, and industries. These interconnected devices will gather and analyze data to improve efficiency and quality of life. 3. The quantum computing. Advancements in quantum computing will solve complex problems currently beyond the reach of classical computers, impacting fields like cryptography, material science, and drug discovery. 4. The 5G and beyond. Enhanced connectivity through 5G and future networks will enable faster communication, supporting the growth of smart devices and real-time applications. AI on desktop systems. 1. At accessibility. As computational power increases and AI models become more efficient, it is likely that powerful AI systems will be accessible on desktop computers. This accessibility will democratize AI, allowing more people to leverage its capabilities in various domains. due to edge computing. With the rise of edge computing, AI processing will occur closer to the data source. This means desktop systems, along with other edge devices, can run AI models locally, reducing latency and improving performance. 3. The AI hardware developments in specialized AI hardware like TPUs, and dedicated AI chips will make it feasible to run sophisticated AI models on personal devices without requiring cloud-based resources. 4. The software ecosystem. The growth of open-source AI frameworks and tools will enable developers to deploy and run AI applications on desktop systems more easily. Tools like TensorFlow, PyTorch, and Conch streamline the integration and deployment of AI models. 5. The privacy and security. Running AI locally on personal devices can enhance privacy and data security, as sensitive data need not be transmitted to and processed in the cloud. 6. The consumer applications. Will see more consumer applications integrating AI, such as advanced photo and video editing software, intelligent document management, and virtual reality experiences powered by AI. However, challenges remain, such as ensuring that AI technologies are ethically used, mitigating biases, and addressing concerns around job displacement and digital divide. In summary, the future of technology, with AI at its core, is poised to bring about significant changes across various sectors. It's quite plausible that AI will become a standard feature on desktop systems, providing users with powerful tools and capabilities directly at their fingertips. As with any transformative technology, it will be critical to navigate the associated challenges thoughtfully.
And that is exactly correct. Yeah, it will be very critical to navigate these challenges because not everybody is going to accept these changes in society. So we'll go ahead and continue on with the video.
So let's get started. A very important part of our mission is to be able to make our advanced AI tools available to everyone for free. We think it's very, very important that people have an intuitive feel for what the technology can do. And so we really want to pair it with this broader understanding. And we're always finding ways to reduce that friction. And recently, we made ChatGPT available without the sign-up flow. And today, we're also bringing the desktop app to ChatGPT because we want you to be able to use it wherever you are. As you can see, it's easy, it's simple, it integrates very, very easily in your workflow. Along with it, we have also refreshed the UI. We know that these models get more and more complex, but we want the experience of interaction to actually become more natural, easy, and for you not to focus on the UI at all, but just focus on the collaboration with ChatGPT. And now the big news. Today, we are releasing our newest flagship model. This is GPT-4o. GPT-4o provides GPT-4 level intelligence, but it is much faster, and it improves on its capabilities across text, vision, and audio. For the past couple of years, we've been very focused on improving the intelligence of these models, and they've gotten pretty good. But this is the first time that we are really making a huge step forward when it comes to the ease of use. And this is incredibly important because we're looking at the future of interaction between ourselves and the machines. And we think that GPT-4o is really shifting that paradigm into the future of collaboration, where this interaction becomes much more natural and far, far easier. But, you know, making this happen is actually quite complex because when we interact with one another, there's a lot of stuff that we take for granted. You know, the ease of our dialogue when we interrupt one another, the background noises, the multiple voices in a conversation, or, you know, understanding the tone of voice. All of these things are actually quite complex for these models. And until now, with voice mode, we had 3 models that come together to deliver this experience. We have transcription, intelligence, and then text-to-speech. All comes together in orchestration to deliver voice mode. This also brings a lot of latency to the experience, and it really breaks that immersion in the collaboration with ChatGPT. But now, with GPT-4o, this all happens natively. GPT-4o reasons across voice, text, and vision. And with these incredible efficiencies...
So I think this is a pretty big leap forward because as of right now, the way I have the script set up, it's actually running the Whisper model in the background on my computer. So if I go into my task manager, I can show you just how much resources it's using right now. And if we go to memory, you can see Python is using up 2.6 gigabytes. So I'm using the medium model right now for this script, and I'm connecting to the API and using that to retrieve my responses. So the fact that you're not going to have to host any of these models locally on your system and it's all done through the API, that's pretty huge for a lot of people. Now, I think the future of AI really is just open source and be able to have AI regardless if you're connected to the internet or not. But this is still pretty huge for a lot of people. I think it's going to benefit quite a few people to just be able to get on their phone and talk directly to these advanced models. The biggest thing to me is the fact that they've combined all these different models together so that they work in tandem. So let's ask ChatGPT what it thinks about this. Can you tell me how OpenAI went about combining multiple models to work together?
Certainly, the evolution of AI, particularly at OpenAI, involves combining and scaling models to leverage their collective strengths. While specific proprietary methods and technical details are reserved for OpenAI's internal documentation, the broader principles and practices utilized in developing and combining multiple models include principles of combining multiple models. 1. Ensemble methods. Definition: this involves combining multiple models to produce a single stronger model. A type C bagging bootstrap aggregating models were trained on different subsets of the data, and their predictions are averaged or voted on. Deboosting sequentially trains models, where each new model corrects errors made by the previous ones. Stacking combines multiple models' outputs using another model to make the final prediction. 2. Multi-stage processing models can be designed to handle different stages of a task. For instance, one model might handle feature extraction while another model processes these features to perform higher-level tasks. 3. Modular architectures. A distributed training. Different neural network modules designed for specific functions are trained separately and then integrated into a broader system. For example, NLP models might have separate components for understanding syntax, semantics, and context. Transformer-based architectures. The transformer design allows different layers to focus on varied aspects of the input data, which can be analogous to combining different modeling approaches in a single framework. 4. Transfer learning. Pre-trained models on a large, generic dataset or fine-tuned for specific tasks or combined with task-specific layers. One prominent example is transferring knowledge from models trained on a vast text corpus to specialized applications like medical texts or legal documents. 5. Model fusion. Hybrid models that integrate different types of models, such as combining convolutional neural networks (NNs) for image analysis with recurrent neural networks (RNNs) for sequence processing, can be used to tackle multifaceted tasks. OpenAI's approach. 1. Training robust base models. OpenAI starts with training robust base models like generative pre-trained transformer on massive datasets. Techniques such as unsupervised learning help these models understand and generate human-like text. 2. Fine-tuning. After training a general-purpose model, fine-tuning it on specific data sets enables the model to perform better on particular tasks. For example, GPT-3 can be fine-tuned for customer support conversations, code generation, or other specific domains. 3. Parallel training. OpenAI uses parallel and distributed training methods where segments of models or datasets are processed on different hardware units simultaneously. This approach speeds up training times and facilitates working with larger models. 4. Architectural innovations. Advancements in model architectures, such as the transformer, enable handling vast amounts of data in complex contexts more effectively. Innovations often include custom layers, attention mechanisms, and other specialized components. 5. Energy-efficient training. Optimizing the training process to reduce energy consumption and increase efficiency. This involves leveraging hardware accelerators like GPUs and TPUs and adopting techniques to reduce computation overhead. 6. Research and iteration. Continuous research into novel techniques for combining models or introducing new architectures that inherently support more complex integrations. OpenAI's iterative experimentation with different configurations and parameters also significantly enhances model performance. 7. The ethical and safety layering. Implementing safety and alignment layers to guide the behavior of these models ensures outputs are aligned with human values and ethical considerations. This includes using reinforcement learning from human feedback (ROF) to refine model responses. These principles and methods collectively advance AI's capabilities, allowing models to address increasingly complex tasks with greater accuracy and versatility. As AI technology evolves, the strategies for combining and scaling models will likely continue to adapt and improve.
So it definitely explained it pretty well and with a lot of details. So let's go ahead and continue the video here.
It also allows us to bring the GPT-4 class intelligence to our free users. This is something that we've been trying to do for many, many months, and we're very, very excited to finally bring GPT-4o to all of our users. Today, we have 100 million people, more than 100 million in fact. They use ChatGPT to create, work, learn, and we have these advanced tools that are only available to our paid users, at least until now. With the efficiencies of 4o, we can bring these tools to everyone. So starting today, you can use GPTs and the GPT store. So far, we've had more than 1 million users create amazing experiences with GPTs. These are custom chat GPTs for specific use cases. They're available in the store. And now our builders have a much bigger audience where, university professors can create content for their students, or podcasters can create content for their listeners. And you can...
So this is also pretty big, in my opinion, where they're opening it up for everybody to be able to use the custom GPT. And since everything has gotten so much more efficient, it's just made it to where they can open up these models for free, because they're not using up as much energy and processing power as they was before. And I'm not sure how they did that, but we can always ask GPT how they increase the efficiency. How did OpenAI increase the efficiency of GPT-4 so that they could make it available for free for everyone to use? And it's got a really long response.
While OpenAI hasn't disclosed every detail about their strategies for increasing the efficiency of GPT-4 and making it available more broadly, several key approaches can be inferred based on industry practices and the evolution of AI models. Here are some broad strategies likely involved. Strategies for increasing efficiency. 1. Model optimization. Quantization, reducing the precision of the model's weights from 32-bit floating point to lower precision formats like 16-bit or even 8-bit can greatly reduce the computational burden without significantly affecting accuracy. Pruning, removing less critical weights and neurons from the neural network helps to lower the model size and computational demands. 2. Distillation and knowledge distillation. This process involves training a smaller, more efficient model, the student, to mimic the outputs of a larger, complex model, the teacher. The student model is less resource-intensive but retains much of the original's capability. 3. Model compression, compressing the models using various techniques to reduce the memory footprint, which allows them to run on less powerful hardware or reduces the cost of scaling the infrastructure needed. 4. Efficient architecture. Advances in architecture, e.g., the use of transformer optimizations, enable handling larger models more efficiently. Techniques like attention mechanism improvements, sparse attention, reformers reduce computational complexity. 5. Distributed training, utilizing distributed training across multiple puspes to speed up the training process and manage resources more effectively. 6. Hardware optimization, leveraging the latest in AI hardware accelerators to boost custom AI chips to improve the efficiency of running large models. 7. Algorithmic improvements, employing sophisticated algorithms and optimizers that make better use of the available computational resources, such as better initialization techniques, newer optimizers, and gradient clipping, making AI accessible. 1. Cloud infrastructures. Scalability, using scalable cloud infrastructure allows OpenAI to efficiently manage resources by dynamically allocating them based on demand, thus serving large numbers of users. Serverless computing, adopting serverless architectures to handle variable loads efficiently, which can reduce costs and make services more accessible. 2. The APIs and integration. The accessible APIs providing API access to users allows for broader distribution without each user having to run the models on their personal devices. This centralization can make resource management more efficient. Integration with platforms. Partnering with platforms like Microsoft Azure helps in making the AI capabilities more widely available through services that many businesses already use. 3. It's a freemium model and tiered access. A freemium structure offering a basic tier that is free for users, supported by more extensive premium offerings for businesses and organizations, ensures that everyone has access while still driving revenue to support further development. Usage limits. Implementing quotas and usage restrictions on the free tier to ensure sustainable resource allocation and prevent abuse. 4. The community and open source contributions. Encouraging community contributions and using open source improvements to drive innovation and efficiency in the models. 5. The initial investment and strategic funding. Securing substantial funding and investments to support the initial costs of development, training, and deployment of these models. Continued investment helps in maintaining and scaling the services without immediate return pressures. 6. The operational efficiency. Streamlining operational aspects such as energy efficiency, cooling, and data center management to reduce the costs associated with running extensive AI infrastructure. Ethical and sustainable AI. 1. The energy efficiency. Using more energy-efficient hardware and developing algorithms that require less computational power contributes to both environmental sustainability and cost reduction. 2. The responsible resource use. Ensuring that AI resources are used responsibly and ethically, with a focus on providing broad access while preventing misuse. Public and private partnerships. 1. The collaborations with established companies. Partnering with established platforms, e.g., Microsoft, to leverage their existing infrastructure and distribution channels ensures broader reach and resource optimization. By implementing these strategies, OpenAI maximizes the efficiency and scalability of their models, enabling them to offer services more widely and affordably. This approach allows individuals and businesses to benefit from powerful AI capabilities without the prohibitive costs typically associated with cutting-edge technology.
So ultimately, I think what they're doing is a good thing, but it could be better. You know, if they actually made some of their models open source, then I would be all for it, but it still seems like they're probably going to release a more powerful model here soon on top of this one. And this one, I mean, if they're offering up GPT-4 essentially for free now, then they have to have something else up their sleeves. So this one right here is what really caught my eyes, is making it to where they pruned the model essentially. So taking out unnecessary aspects of it, and that's already been proven with Llama 3. We know when Facebook released Llama 3, a lot of people were saying, you can't make these smaller models much smarter than what they already are, but that was proven with Llama 3 is that you can actually make smaller models smarter and more efficient. And I'm sure that OpenAI probably already knew about this before Facebook even attempted it. So let's continue the video here.
Also use vision. So now you can upload screenshots, photos, documents containing both text and images, and you can start conversations with ChatGPT about all of this content. You can also use memory, where it makes ChatGPT far more useful and helpful because now it has a sense of continuity across all your conversations. And you can use browse, where you can search for real-time information in your conversation, and advanced data analysis, where you can upload charts or any information and it will analyze this information, it will give you answers, and so on. Lastly, we've also improved on the quality and speed in 50 different languages for ChatGPT. And this is very, very important because we want to be able to bring this experience to as many people out there as possible. So we're very, very excited to bring GPT-4o to all of our free users out there. And for the paid users, they will continue to have up to 5 times the capacity limits of our free users. But GPT-4o is not only available in ChatGPT, we're also bringing it to the API. So our developers can start building today with GPT-4o and making amazing AI applications, deploying them at scale. 4o is available at 2x faster, 50% cheaper, and 5 times higher rate limits compared to GPT-4 Turbo. But, as we bring these technologies into the world, it's quite challenging to figure out how to do so in a way that's both useful and also safe. And GPT-4o presents new challenges for us when it comes to safety because we're dealing with real-time audio, real-time vision, and our team has been hard at work figuring out how to build in mitigations against misuse. We continue to work with different stakeholders out there from government, media, entertainment, all industries, red teamers, civil society, to figure out how to best bring these technologies into the world. So over the next few weeks, we'll continue our iterative deployment to bring out all the capabilities to you. But today, I want to show you all these capabilities. So we'll do some live demos. I will bring on 2 of our research leads, Mark Chen and Barrett Zoff.
Hi, I'm Barrett.
Hey, I'm Mark. So one of the key capabilities we're really excited to share with you today is real-time conversational speech. Let's just get a demo fired up. So I'm taking out a phone. If you are wondering about this wire, it's so we have consistent internet. And if you see, there's this little icon on the bottom right of the ChatGPT app, and this will open up GPT-4o's audio capabilities. Hey, ChatGPT, I'm Mark. How are you?
Oh, Mark, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How about you?
Hey, so I'm on stage right now. I'm doing a live demo, and frankly, I'm feeling a little bit nervous. Can you help me calm my nerves a little bit?
Oh, you're doing a live demo right now? That's awesome. Just take a deep breath, and remember, you're the expert here.
I like that suggestion. Let me try a couple deep breaths. Can you give me feedback on my breaths? Okay, here I go.
Whoa, slow down a bit there. Mark, you're not a vacuum cleaner. Breathe in for a count of 4.
Okay, let me try again. So I'm gonna breathe in deeply and then breathe out.
For 4, and then exhale slowly.
Okay, I'll try again. Breathing in and breathe out.
That's it. How do you feel?
I feel a lot better. Thank you so much.
So I like how they made the model a little bit sarcastic, and it's able to kind of joke around with you. They told this guy he's not a vacuum cleaner because he was acting kind of goofy the way he was breathing in and out. But really, what really impresses me the most about this model is the fact that it can basically detect your emotions depending on how you talk to it. And it can change the way it talks to you on the fly. So we're going to see that a little bit later on in this video here.
So Mark, you've been working on these capabilities for a while now. Can you tell us a bit how it's different from voice mode?
Right, so if you've used our voice mode experience before, you'll notice a couple key differences. First, you can now interrupt the model. You don't have to wait for it to finish your turn before you can start speaking, and you can just butt in whenever you want. Second, the model is real-time responsiveness. So that means that you don't have this awkward 2 to 3 second lag before you wait for the model to give a response. And finally, the model picks up on emotion, right? When I was breathing super hard there, it could tell, and it knew, hey, you might want to calm down a little bit. You're kind of running a little bit too fast. So it really has that capability across the board to perceive your emotion. Not only that, though.
Well, that's some of the issues I was having with this script, where he was mentioning that you don't have to wait for it to finish responding. You can interrupt it at any time. And of course, there's going to be a little bit of lag, especially between large responses like this. If it's more conversational, really the responses don't really take that long. But when you get bigger responses like this, it takes it a minute to process all of that. But even then, that's a very small footprint on your computer if you're just running, the whisper model in order to transcribe and help process the audio and stuff. So I think it's a pretty good leap forward.
The model is able to generate voice in a variety of different emotive styles, and it really has a wide dynamic range. So I'm going to fire up another demo for that. Yeah. Hey, ChatGPT, how are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for asking. How about you?
Pretty good.
What's up?
So my friend Barrett here, he's been having trouble sleeping lately, And I want you to tell him a bedtime story about robots and love.
Well, a bedtime story about robots and love? I got you covered. Gather round, Barrett. Once upon a time, in a world not too different from ours, there was a robot named Byte. Byte was a curious robot, always
I like the way you
exploring.
started this story, but I want a little bit more emotion in your voice, a little bit more drama.
Got it. Let's add some drama. Once upon a time, in a world not too different from ours, there was a robot named
No,
Byte.
no, ChatGPT. I really want maximal emotion, like maximal expressiveness, much more than you were doing before.
Understood. Let's amplify the drama. Once upon a time, in a world not too different from ours, there was a robot named Byte. Byte
Actually, can
was
you do this in a robotic voice now?
initiating dramatic robotic voice. Once upon a time, in a world not too different from ours, there was a robot named Byte. Byte was a curious robot, always exploring new
So I'm seeing,
circuits.
Barrett here, calm down a little bit. Can you end the story, but do it in a singing voice?
And so Byte found another robot friend, and they lived circuitly ever.
So right there where it kind of blew, it was almost like it was getting frustrated with them just keep asking it to do different things over and over again. But this was pretty mind-blowing that they could just tell it to speak in however way they wanted it to speak. So that opens up the question. You probably will be able to customize this voice model to sound however you want it to sound. And you could change it to a male's voice. You could probably make it sound like Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z if you wanted. And that would be funny, you know, having him bark at you every day, you know, and basically change the personality of the AI, how you want them to behave and stuff like that. And I'm sure people are going to have their own opinions about what they think they want to hear every day from this AI, if they want to hear it at all. It just opens up the possibility to a lot of customization, in my opinion. I think that's what they're going for.
After.
Thank you so much.
I definitely feel a lot more relaxed.
You've just seen the voice capabilities, but we also want to show you the vision capabilities as the model can also see the whole world around us.
Yeah, absolutely. Like as you can see, you know, you can chat with ChatGPT in real time, but you can also interact with it with video as well. Okay, so let me boot up ChatGPT. Hey, ChatGPT.
Hello there. How's it going?
It's going really well. Today, I'd really like your help solving a math problem.
I'm all ears. What math problem can I help you tackle today?
So I'm going to write down a linear equation on a sheet of paper and I'll show you. And then I'd love your help working me through it. But importantly, don't tell me the solution, just help give me hints along the way.
Got it. Oh, okay, I see it.
No, I didn't show you yet. Just give me help along the way. 1 second.
Whoops, I got too excited. I'm ready when you are.
So, ChatGPT, what equation did I write down there?
Ah, I see it now. You wrote down 3x plus 1 equals 4.
Yep,
Let's work-
exactly. So what's the first step I should take to try to solve this?
The first step is to get all the terms with x on one side and the constants on the other side. So what do you think we should do with that plus 1?
Okay, I'm going to try to subtract 1 from both sides, and then I'll see what I get.
Great idea. Perfect. Now,
What I assume with this is that it's not actually live video that's constantly being processed by the AI model, but rather it probably takes a screenshot either every second or every couple of seconds of what is actually happening on the screen, and then it sends that back to the AI. So I would think that I don't think they would put something like live streaming to their servers, because that would just put too much load on their servers having to stream all that data back and forth. So it's more than likely just it's taking a screenshot of the video every so often while it's watching through your camera or whatever. So I'm kind of curious about how they implemented that. So let's see what the AI actually tells us about that. So how did OpenAI go about implementing a live video feed that the AI could watch and respond to? Let's see what it says. So it's again, it's a pretty long response.
As of my last update in 2023, OpenAI has not publicly released details on implementing a live video feed feature
Okay,
that
so
the
it's
AI
not
can
programmed
watch
into
and
the model
respond to
yet.
in real time. However, in the context of general AI research and implementation, here's how such a system might theoretically be designed. Based on existing technologies and standard practices in the field of computer vision and multimodal AI, key components of a live video feed AI system. 1. Video stream acquisition. Cameras and sensors. High-quality cameras capture video feed in real time. These could be standard webcams, security cameras, or specialized sensors depending on the application. 2. Data preprocessing. Frame extraction. The video stream is divided into frames at a specific frame rate. Image preprocessing. Each frame undergoes preprocessing steps such as resizing, normalization, and noise reduction to prepare the data for analysis. 3. Model integration. Computer vision models implement models such as convolutional neural networks (NNs) for tasks like object detection, facial recognition, and activity recognition. Pre-trained models like Yellow You Only Look Once or Mascara region-based convolutional neural network are common for real-time analysis. Multimodal models combining vision models with linguistic models like Gate to interpret and respond to visual data. Models like Clip Contrastive Language Image Pre-training by OpenAI can link visual and textual information. 4. Real-time processing. Edge computing, processing some or all of the data at the edge on the device, capturing the video to reduce latency. Cloud computing, leveraging powerful cloud infrastructure to handle intensive computations and complex model processing. Services like Oz, Google Cloud, or Azure can scale resources dynamically based on load. 5. Contextual understanding. Understanding, using advanced algorithms to not only detect objects but understand the context, such as the relationships between objects, the setting, and ongoing activities. Temporal analysis, considering the sequence of frames for better context, allowing for the detection of actions over time, e.g., recognizing that someone is waving. 6. Interfacing and response generation. The user interface QE, designing interfaces through which users can interact with the AI, including dashboards that display model outputs and interfaces where users can input queries. Natural language processing. NLP, using NLP models to generate appropriate responses based on the context derived from the video feed. For instance, GPT-4o could be employed to formulate responses in natural language. Speech synthesis, integrating text-to-speech systems if verbal responses are required, allowing the AI to speak its responses. Practical steps for implementation. 1. Model training. Train or fine-tune computer vision models on specific tasks, e.g., identifying objects relevant to the context using large-scale annotated datasets. Fine-tune NLP models to ensure that the generated responses are in line with the expected interaction context. 2. System architecture. Build a pipeline that captures video, processes frames in real time, passes the data to AI models for interpretation, and then generates responses. Implement microservice architecture where different components, e.g., vision analysis, NLP generation, run as independent services that communicate with one another. 3. Software integration. Integrate with software frameworks like TensorFlow, PyTorch for model deployment, and OpenAI for image and video processing, APIs for real-time communication and data exchange between components. 4. Testing and validation. Perform extensive testing to validate the accuracy, latency, and reliability of the system under various conditions. Gather user feedback to iteratively improve the system's performance and user experience. Ethical and security concerns. 1. Privacy. Implement stringent data privacy measures to protect individuals' identities and sensitive information captured in video feeds. This may include data anonymization and secure data storage protocols. 2. Bias and fairness. Ensure that the models are trained on diverse datasets to minimize bias and ensure fairness in recognition and response across different demographic groups. 3. Security. Protect the system from potential vulnerabilities, including unauthorized access to video feeds, data breaches, and adversarial attacks. Example applications. 1. Customer support. AI systems that can monitor store floors and provide real-time assistance to customers. 2. Healthcare systems that can monitor patients and alert medical staff to emergencies. 3. Security. Surveillance systems that can detect unusual activities and notify security personnel. 4. Interactive education. Integrative systems where teachers can get real-time insights and feedback while teaching. By following these steps and considerations, an AI system capable of interpreting and responding to live video feeds could be efficiently created, though specific implementations may vary based on requirements and technological advancements.
So we can see that the GPT-4o responses, they're very long, very detailed, and it definitely explains how OpenAI could have went about implementing the live video feed into where they've got the image recognition capabilities and all these things that are just coming together to make it a reality, you know. So you see these changes, you know, on a weekly basis now, where you see one thing after another coming out about robotics and about AI and all these different advancements. And still you've got a bunch of people that's sleeping on this and not realizing where it's heading. But they will wake up here pretty soon, because with this, the advent of this new technology, you're going to start seeing a lot more people using this, because, you know, this was probably one of the main reasons why people weren't using it, because they couldn't just talk to it, you know, and be able to have a conversation with the AI. Now they can. Now they can have a one-on-one conversation with ChatGPT, and it sounds like you're having a conversation with an actual person for the most part. I mean, there are some glitches here and there you can see in the video, but it's getting closer and closer to becoming like. Now imagine this when they put it inside of robots and stuff like that. It's just gonna be crazy.
Now, what do you get when you subtract 1 from both sides?
Okay, so ChatGPT, this is what I ended up with. How does this look?
Spot on. Now you've isolated the term with x on one side, and it looks like 3x equal 3. What do you think we should do next to solve for x?
I'm not sure. Can you give me another hint?
Of course. You have 3x, and you want to find the value of x. Think about what operation would undo multiplication.
Is it subtraction?
Close, but think of the opposite of multiplication, because 3x means 3 times x.
Okay, I think it's division. Let me try to divide both sides by 3, and let me see what I get.
Bingo! Go ahead and divide both sides by 3.
Okay, so ChatGPT, this is what I ended up with. How does this look?
It looks perfect. You've solved it, and x equals 1. Nicely done. How do you feel about solving linear equations now?
Yeah, honestly, I'm not pretty confident I can solve linear equations, but why would you ever need to use this in the real world? I'm really skeptical.
That's a fair question. Linear equations pop up in a lot of everyday situations, even if we don't realize it. For example, calculating expenses, planning travel, cooking, and even in business for profit and loss calculations. It's basically a way to solve problems where you need to find an unknown value. Plus,
Wow,
it's
okay. You know, I have a lot of unknown values in my life. I'm totally convinced I'm gonna learn math now.
I love that attitude. Math can definitely help solve some of life's mysteries. Whenever you're ready to dive into more math, I'm here for you. Anything else you'd like to tackle today?
So ChatGPT, I really love that you taught the value of math to my friend Mark. And I wrote one last thing I'd love if you could take a look at.
Of course. I'd love to see what you wrote. Show it to me whenever you're ready.
Okay, so this is what I wrote down. What do you see?
I see. I love ChatGPT. That's so sweet of you.
Yeah, well, I really appreciate all the help. So yeah, as we can see,
Wow, that's quite the outfit you've got on.
as we can see, we can chat in real time to ChatGPT. And not only that, we can interact with it with video as well.
And I swear, like, if you look at Barrett's GPT history, it's all equations like this.
Now that you know you can do linear equations, can you
Yes.
show us something more complex?
I think so. Okay, next let's try something coding related. So let me take out a computer for this, okay? So I'm gonna open the ChatGPT desktop app, like Mira was talking about before. Okay, and to give a bit of background on what's going on, so here we have a computer, and on the screen we have some code, and then the ChatGPT voice app is on the right. So ChatGPT will be able to hear me, but it can't see anything on the screen. So I'm gonna highlight the code, Command C it, and then that will send it to ChatGPT. And then I'm gonna talk about the code to ChatGPT. Hey, ChatGPT.
Hey there, how's it going?
Yeah, it's going really well. I was wondering if you could help me with a coding problem today.
Of course, I'd love to help you out. What's the coding problem you're dealing with?
Okay, I'm gonna share with you some code. 1 second.
Sure thing, take your time.
Okay, so I just shared some code with you. Could you give me a really brief one-sentence description of what's going on in the code?
This code fetches daily weather data for a specific location and time period, smooths the temperature data using a rolling average, annotates a significant weather event on the resulting plot, and then displays the plot with the average, minimum, and maximum temperatures over the year.
Awesome, thanks so much. And in the code, there's this function foo. Can you describe to me what the plot would look like if I had versus didn't have this function?
Sure. The function foo xy takes in a data frame x containing temperature data and a window size y for calculating the rolling mean. It smooths the average temperature, minimum temperature, and maximum temperature columns by applying a rolling mean over the specified window. With the foo function, the plot would show smoother temperature lines because the rolling mean reduces the noise or fluctuations in the data.
Awesome.
This makes
Thanks so much. So yeah, I definitely will want to apply this function. And so I'm going to generate the plot and then show it to you. Give me 1 second.
Absolutely. Take your time. I'm excited to see the plot when you're ready.
Yeah. So far, ChatGPT has only been able to see the code. And now I'm going to run it, and then I'll use the vision capabilities of the ChatGPT desktop app so it can actually see everything going on the screen as well. OK, ChatGPT, I'm sharing with you the plot now. I'm wondering if you can give me a really brief one-sentence overview of what you see.
The plot displays smoothed average, minimum, and maximum temperatures throughout 2018, with a notable annotation marking a big rainfall event in late September.
Fantastic. I have another question for you. Which months do you see the hottest temperatures, and roughly what temperatures do those correspond to?
The hottest temperatures occur around July and August. The maximum temperature during these months is roughly between 25 degrees and 30 degrees, 77 degrees Fahrenheit to 86 degrees Fahrenheit.
What's going on with the y-axis? Is this in Celsius or Fahrenheit?
The y-axis is in Celsius. The temperatures are labeled accordingly, such as average temperature, minimum temperature, and maximum temperature.
Yeah. So as we can see, not only can ChatGPT help me solve very easy linear algebra equations that I need help with, it can also interact with code bases and see the outputs of plots and everything.
So I don't think there was a real indicator there to show whether or not it was in Celsius. But I think what happened there is it remembered what the script was, and that's how it knew that it was in Celsius. So, I mean, only thing I seen was numbers, pretty much. But let me go back and check because...
Everything like this going on a computer.
7 degrees Fahrenheit to...
So, yeah, I can't really pause it right here.
86 degrees Fahrenheit.
But
What's going
yeah,
on
I
with the
can't really
y-axis?
see anything
Is
that
this
really
in
indicates that
Celsius
it's
or Fahrenheit?
Celsius.
The y-axis
So I think
is in
that's why
Celsius.
she asked that question.
The temperatures are labeled accordingly, such as average temperature, minimum temperature, and maximum temperature.
Yeah. So as we can see, not only can
But,
ChatGPT
I mean, if
help
you
me
just use
solve very
common
easy
sense,
linear algebra
just looking at those numbers, you would think, oh, it has to be in Celsius because those are pretty low numbers if it was Fahrenheit.
equations that I need help with, it can also interact with code bases and see the outputs of plots and everything like this going on a computer.
So a few minutes ago, we asked the live audience on X to submit a few requests for what they would like us to try out here. So I will take a couple of prompts. Okay, Bot Gaskar wants to know if GPT-4o is capable of real-time translation. Mark, you want to try this one?
Sure. Yeah,
it?
let's do it.
All right.
Yeah.
I speak
Is there-
Italian, so we can just do English
Let's
Italian.
try to do English Italian. Sure, let's do it. Hey, ChatGPT, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for asking. How about you? How's your day going?
I'm doing great. So I would like you to function as a translator. I have a friend here who only speaks Italian, and I only speak English. And every time you hear English, I want you to translate it to Italian. And if you hear Italian, I want you to translate it back to English. Is that good?
Perfetto.
Mark, io mi chiedo se le balene potessero parlare, cosa ci direbbero?
Mike, she wonders if whales could talk, what would they tell us?
They might ask, how do we solve linear equations?
Potrebbero chiederci come risolviamo le equazioni lineari.
Sicuramente, sì.
Certainly, yes.
Great. Looks like it works.
All right. So the next one is from Burrito.
I think the implications for that are pretty huge because obviously translators, there will be no need for translators anymore if AI can do that so efficiently that basically, there's no point. You could go to any country and be able to talk to anyone you want to talk to, and it would automatically just translate that conversation for you.
So John, 78, who asks, can you tell what you're feeling just by looking at your face? Barrett, you want to give this one a try?
Absolutely. Let's try it out. Hey, ChatGPT.
Hey there. What's up? How can I brighten your day today?
Okay, yeah, so I'm going to show you a selfie of what I look like, and then I'd like you to try to see what emotions I'm feeling based on how I'm looking.
Sounds like a fun challenge. Go ahead and show me that selfie, and I'll put my emotional detective hat on.
Okay, so here's me. So what kind of emotions do you think I'm feeling?
It seems like I'm looking at a picture of a wooden surface.
Oh, you know what? That
what-
was the thing I sent you before. Don't worry, I'm not actually a table. Okay, so take another look.
That makes more sense. There we go. It looks like you're feeling pretty happy and cheerful, with a big smile and maybe even a touch of excitement. Whatever's going on, it seems like you're in a great mood. Care to share the source of those good vibes?
Yeah, no, the reason I'm in a really good mood is because we were doing a presentation showcasing how useful and amazing you are.
Oh, stop it. You're making me blush.
Amazing. Well, that's it for today on live demos. As you can see, this just feels so magical, and that's wonderful. But we also want to remove some of the mysticism from the technology and bring it to you so you can try it for yourself. So over the next few weeks, we'll be rolling out these capabilities to everyone. Today has been very much focused on the free users and the new modalities and new products, but we also care a lot.
So, it's crazy the potential of this technology now and how far it's come within just a few short years. We can ask it, what type of jobs you think it's going to replace. So let's see what its opinion is about these new features and what it has to say about it. If an AI model has vision capabilities where it can basically see a live feed of a person and is also able to read their emotions and speak to them personally, what types of jobs are in danger of being replaced by artificial intelligence? So I don't think it actually translated what I said correctly, but you can see this is a
The
huge
integration
list.
of AI models with advanced vision capabilities, emotion recognition, and natural language processing can potentially impact a wide range of jobs. Here are some categories of jobs that could be at risk, along with a brief explanation. Customer service and support. 1. E-customer service representatives. A description answering customer queries and providing support. Impact AI with emotional intelligence can handle customer inquiries, understand and respond to emotional cues, and provide personalized assistance 24/7. 2. The technical support. A description assisting customers with technical issues. Impact AI systems can diagnose and provide solutions to common technical problems through interactive visual and verbal communication. Healthcare. 1. The medical receptionists. A description managing appointments, patient inquiries, and administrative tasks. The Impact AI can manage schedules, answer patient questions, and triage queries based on urgency. 2. The telemedicine providers. A description initial consultations and patient monitoring. The Impact AI can conduct preliminary patient assessments, monitor patient conditions via video, and provide basic medical advice or escalate cases to human doctors. Retail. 1. The cashiers and sales assistants. A description assisting customers, processing transactions, and providing information. The Impact AI can conduct transactions and provide personalized product recommendations based on real-time analysis of customers' emotions and behaviors. 2. The in-store associates. A description assisting shoppers and replenishing stock. The Impact AI can guide customers through stores, offer personalized shopping suggestions, and manage inventory. Hospitality. 1. The concierges and front desk staff. A description assisting guests with information and services. Impact AI can provide real-time, personalized assistance to guests, manage check-ins and checkouts, and handle concierge services. 2. The tour guides. A description providing information and guiding tours. Impact AI can offer immersive, personalized tour experiences using augmented reality and real-time interaction. Education. 1. The tutors and teaching assistants. A description providing personalized instruction and support. Impact AI can offer tailored educational experiences, assess student understanding in real time, and respond to individual emotional and learning needs. 2. The administrative staff. A description managing schedules, enrollment, and communication. The Impact AI can handle administrative tasks, respond to student and parent inquiries, and manage school communications. Security. 1. The security guards and video surveillance analysts. A description monitoring premises and responding to incidents. Impact AI can monitor live feeds, recognize unusual behaviors, and respond to security threats in real time. Entertainment and media. 1. The hosts and interpreters. A description interacting with audiences and translating content. Impact AI can interact with audiences, provide real-time translation, and deliver personalized content based on audience reactions. 2. The content moderators, a description, reviewing, and managing user-generated content. The Impact AI can analyze and moderate content for compliance with guidelines, taking into account emotional tones and context. Mental health and counseling. 1. Therapists and counselors, a description, providing emotional support and counseling. The Impact AI can offer initial counseling and mental health support, identify emotional distress, and provide coping strategies, although human oversight would still be crucial. Logistics and transportation. 1. The dispatchers, a description, managing logistics and transportation schedules. Impact AI can optimize routing, manage schedules, and interact with drivers and customers. 2. The customer interaction roles in logistics, a description, coordinating pickups, deliveries, and customer inquiries. The Impact AI can handle customer interactions, provide real-time updates, and manage logistics processes. Ethical considerations and human roles. While AI has the potential to replace or significantly alter many roles, it's crucial to recognize the importance of uniquely human skills such as empathy, ethical judgment, and complex problem solving. In many fields, AI could act as an assistive tool, enhancing human performance rather than fully replacing humans. Key ethical considerations: misuse and dependence, ensuring AI is used ethically and does not result in coverdependence or misuse. Bias and fairness, addressing biases in AI systems to ensure fair and equitable treatment. Privacy, protecting the privacy and data security of individuals. Transition strategies for workers to mitigate the impact of AI on jobs. Several strategies can be employed: reskilling and upskilling, providing training programs to help workers acquire new skills relevant to the evolving job market. Human-AI collaboration roles, creating roles that emphasize the complementary strengths of humans and AI. Policy and support, implementing policies that support workers in transition, such as unemployment benefits, job placement services, and continuous education initiatives. In summary, while AI advancements can potentially displace certain jobs, they also create opportunities for new roles that leverage human creativity, empathy, and ethical decision-making. Embracing these changes proactively can help ensure a smooth transition and a more collaborative future between AI and human workers.
So I don't think what it was saying at the end is going to go so smoothly, and I don't think that it opens up a whole lot of opportunity for new jobs and new fields of expertise and stuff like that, because AI can basically replace a lot of these fields. I mean, you can see here, this is a huge list, and the big ones for me will probably be like healthcare for sure, technical support, customer service, anything that has to do with you having to have like a one-on-one conversation with another person. That essentially can be replaced pretty easily by AI. And education, that's a big one. I mean, teachers, being able to have one-on-one conversations with an AI as aside from a teacher. I mean, just you got to think an AI can cater a lesson plan specifically to each child in the school, and it's not going to be overwhelmed by having to talk to multiple children at once because it's an AI. While as a teacher is, they're limited to being able to go to one individual at a time. And also the AI is going to remember things about that student, and it'll be able to cater to that student more efficiently than a teacher can. So, I don't think there's many avenues that are actually safe from AI, and it's only going to get more and more advanced over the next couple of years. And the fact that it's this advanced now, I mean, I thought that emotions and being able to talk intuitively to people would come later on, but now they've made it to where the AI can detect your emotions. So it's going to be able to adjust its attitude based on how it's responding to a person or how that person is responding to them. And it's probably going to be a lot better at de-escalating situations than most people are. Because if you notice, when the police or security, for that matter, get involved with certain situations, a lot of times it ends up escalating the problem more than it de-escalates the problem, because people generally don't want to have to deal with conflict. And even if you're in a role where you're supposed to deal with conflict, it is not easy to deal with people who are angry and upset about something, especially if it's family members that are upset about something, because working in security can be a very stressful job, and working in as a police officer is very stressful as well. So there are times when they'll get into situations where they end up making the situation worse than what it would have been if they had never been involved in the first place. It's going to be, there's going to be some big changes very soon. And I think with all this advent of new technology coming out, we really need to just buckle down and start learning more about this AI and how it works, and basically trying to adapt to it. Because if you don't try to adapt to it, well, you're going to end up falling behind very quickly, because this technology is going to change rapidly. It has been already changing rapidly. So you can't just sit there on your knees and think, no, nothing's going to happen. It'll never take my job, because I do this. I work in construction, or I work in woodworking or something, I end up building stuff with my hands, stuff like that. Have you seen 3D printing and how far it's come in the past couple of years? I mean, 3D printers can do basically anything now, and they're making them, some of them the size of rooms. And you got to think, if you had, 50 3D printers, right, just constantly printing out new stuff every day, you can replace a lot of stuff that's handmade with 3D printed shit. And if you have robots that are efficient at putting these parts together that have been 3D printed, then you could basically make all that stuff automatic, where it's just done automatically in a factory, and there is no way that you can compete with that. I don't care how good or how long you've been doing it, Sure, people would probably still buy your work, but it would be more of something that's rare to find, because that profession will eventually go out of style, because people will lose that talent over time. Because if you don't pass down what you've learned to the next generation, then the next generation are not going to know anything about it. And the only way they will know anything about it is if they have an AI or a robot teach them about it. And I already feel like that's something that's been happening in society already, where people are just kind of losing over time these traditions and knowledge and stuff that they used to know. And these families, people don't want to have families anymore. So they're not passing down that knowledge to their children, because they're not having any children. And then they basically have no one to follow in their footsteps. So people are going to become more and more reliant on this technology over time. And that's one thing that we have to be worried about not losing, And then again, maybe losing that wouldn't be so bad. But it really just depends on how you look at it. So I don't know. I don't know how we navigate this other than to try and understand it and work with it as best as we can, because it's not going to go away. You're not going to change it. So that's why I've been trying to understand as best as I can. And, I'm making these little apps on my computer that I can use it more efficiently. And, I had been working on this script for maybe a couple of days, at least a week or something, where I could chat with the AI and, just do it on my computer and not have to worry about typing and stuff like that. And I wanted to make it be compatible with Division and all that stuff. And then OpenAI, they come out with pretty much exactly what I was trying to make. So I just thought, well, now's the best time to actually make a video on it and kind of show off the capabilities of what the script does. But I don't know if I'll release it or not. I mean, because basically OpenAI is going to release these same features for free. You'll be able to download the desktop app to your computer, and it will have all these capabilities, and it's, you know, if it's like they said, it's going to be completely free. And that means to me that they're going to have, or they already have, a newer, more advanced model that's only going to be available to the paid users. So just get ready for what's coming, because it's definitely coming. You know, this to me is just a sign that they've got something better under the hood that they're not showing people yet. You know, the fact that they would, you know, basically just give away GPT-4 for free tells me that. It tells me that there's something else going on here, because they want that money. They want the resources in order to buy more computing power, because they're going to need more computing power in order to expand all these models that's going to be running in the background and people connecting to them with their APIs. And if you got millions of people, you know, you're going to have a huge network of computers set up to do all this inferencing. So it's going to be crazy. You know, the future is looking pretty nuts right now. So if you liked the video, please like, subscribe, comment down below, and thank you very much for listening.